you that it was a female philosopher at any time, because you talk so much about women?
I definitely feel for some reason, what I realize is because I was surprised that not that I ever thought women are lesser intelligent than men, but if you take some 30 years back when I was in college, you never heard of a woman intellectual, of a philosopher, of a writer untadani nenu eppudu enaledu asla. So to hear such thoughts from a woman, that to a Russian immigrant, and such an unlikely place what it happened, and antavaraku life lo ippudu enani thoughts, so enani kind of ideas.
Why did you say that?
Obviously as a woman it was even more intriguing for me. Ide Ayn Rand man rasunte I would have discovered it a little late maybe. ఏదో ఒక చిన్న టిడ్బిట్ లాగా ఎఫెక్ట్ వచ్చింది కానీ ఒక అట్రాక్షన్ అనేది I don't but I think beyond that I don't think whether it was a man or a woman it would have made a difference.
Ayn Rand సజీవంగా మీకు అందుబాటులో మీకు తెలిసిన వ్యక్తుల్లో ఉండుంటే, would you have fallen in love with her?
No way. I don't think anyone can fall in love with Ayn Rand. Because Ayn Rand is pure logic. She's condensed logic and rationality, and it's very difficult to live with people like that. Because I experienced that to a certain extent with Satyendra. It's very, very difficult, and it's intimidating, and it is continuously ఒక గార్డ్లో ఉంటాం, మనం ఏమంటున్నాం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, కాన్స్టెంట్లీ బీయింగ్ supervised by somebody. It's very, very, because they seriously take it. The point of it, I don't take it seriously. You know, అవతలి వ్యక్తి నేను ఎన్నది చచ్చిన అర్థం చేసుకుని తీరదని అనే ఒక సెల్ఫ్ ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ప్రీ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ పెట్టుకుంటే
చాలా ప్రెషర్,
వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ థింగ్ నాట్ టు లివ్ అప్ టు దట్ ప్రెషర్.
చాలా ప్రెషర్, అండ్ ప్లస్ సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమర్ లేదని చెప్పారు మీరు Ayn Randకి. అది ఇంకా కష్టం, చాలా కష్టం.
వాళ్ళిద్దరూ వాక్ వెళ్ళారు, ఫ్రాంకో కాన్ వాక్లో ఏం మాట్లాడారు అని నాకు బిగ్గెస్ట్.
ఏం మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు? ఐ మీన్ జస్ట్ అంటే యాక్చువల్గా మీరు చెప్తున్న దాన్ని బట్టి ఆవిడే మాట్లాడుండి ఆయన వినాల్సిన పరిస్థితి.
డాగ్, నాకు పెద్ద ఈ ఫీలింగ్ ఏంటంటే డాగ్ కూడా ఫిలాసఫీ చెప్పేదేమో నాకు అనుమానం. బట్ otherwise, see, when I watched a documentary on Ayn Rand called A Sense of Life, I just, by the end of it, I just almost had tears in my eyes. And I just loved that someone like her existed, someone like her, actually was born on this earth and had all those
Can you elaborate, please?
And అదే ఇప్పుడు నేను basically, I mentioned this once in, I think in Sridevi గారి ఎపిసోడ్లో. The point is, you live your life when you think back on your life. Any time మనం ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాలు బతికి ఏం చేసినంత వరకు హైలైట్స్ అని చూస్తే కొంతమంది వ్యక్తులు గుర్తొస్తారు, యూనో, కొన్ని సంఘటనలు గుర్తొస్తాయి. సో యూ ఫీల్ దట్ యూ లివ్డ్ యువర్ లైఫ్ ఆర్ లివ్డ్ వెరీ వెల్, లివ్డ్ ఇట్ ఓకే వాట్ ఎవర్. దానికి కొలబద్ద ఒకే ఒకటి ఏంటంటే, మనం కలిసిన మనుషులు, మనని ఉత్తేజపరిచిన మనుషులు అవ్వచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఎక్స్ అవ్వచ్చు, వై జెడ్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో దాంట్లో డెఫినెట్లీ Ayn Rand ప్లేస్ ఏ వెరీ మేజర్ పార్ట్ ఇన్ మై లైఫ్. అంటే నా ఫార్మేటివ్ ఇయర్స్, నా థింకింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిన ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజ్ నుంచి Ayn Rand అనేది ఒక ఇంటలెక్చువల్ స్టిమ్యులేషన్ Ayn Rand నుంచి వచ్చి ఉంటే, బ్రూస్లీ అనేది ఒక విధంగా, శ్రీదేవి అనేది ఒక ఆహ్లాదకరం, ఒక కైండ్ ఆఫ్ యూఫోరియా, హై,
ద బ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్,
యూనో. సో ఇలాంటి ఒక 5-6 అని నేను అనుకున్నా రఫ్గా. ఐ థింక్ Ayn Rand will be one of them.
Definitely,
so I feel I lived my life, and what did you do in life? I read Ayn Rand. I studied Ayn Rand. For me, is definitely a major part of it.
Did you ever find anything, they're all different facets, or you found anything common in all of these people that inspired you and created an impact?
They're all highly individualistic. They are like individualistic, and they made their own world, and they made their, they just didn't succumb to any pattern. They just didn't succumb to any kind of cliche or a pattern or a style or anything. They just made their own world themselves. Yeah, that is a common trait.
So meekunde konni particular qualities that you always talk about and also reflect in your not getting angry.
Yeah.
You know, being able to distance yourself from.
Strangely, Howard Rock never gets angry. The hero Ayn Rand created, the ultimate hero.
He doesn't get angry.
Rock. He never gets angry. I would like Ayn Rand to be like Howard Rock, which is what the tragedy is.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask.
Howard Rock doesn't have a conflict at all in the book. you know, and none of the characters in Atlas Shrugged. All of them are fantasy creations of Ayn Rand, but she in reality was not that.
That's such a...
That's very, I mean...
Ante, you can expect it from a writer, just if somebody is just a writer. But when you call somebody a philosopher, one would expect, or there's a hidden expectation that they would have integrated it into their own life somewhere.
Yeah, that's what you'll think. I mean, they're very
that's expected, right?
But the only thing, like I already mentioned, it is just her driving passion to see something happen. You know, if for example, now Ramoji Rao garu oksaru annaru, there's so many things I want to do in life and so much has been wasted, you know, because of various controversies and all that. My only regret is I have too less of time now to do it before my time is over. That comes from passion. So your anger can come from your passion, not only from your sense of righteousness, that you're being stopped from reaching your objective before your time is over. So when she wants to go ahead in her thinking, somebody is stopping her midway, it comes like an irritation. Yeah.
So adi justified anger in this scheme of things.
It is because she has she's one is she identified an objective and she's pursuing it passionately, which is not my case. I live day by day. I don't have a long term objective. My objective is a very short time. Yeah.
Yes. Works.
Yes, it works brilliantly and having a lot of fun, unlike Ayn Rand.
Yeah, that was the other question I was going to ask you. Was she happy? Did she have fun?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. I mean, from the accounts I read, and I can see that in her face. I can see that in her interviews. I can see that in her articles, non-fiction articles, which she's been అన్ని సంవత్సరాల నుంచి the anti-industrial revolution, romantic manifesto, all the non-fiction collection. I can never see any just an iota of fun.
I just wonder if she ever paused and thought and reflected that she was not happy or that she was not having enough fun.
Yeah.
Whether it mattered to her at all.
I don't think so. I think she's too intense a person. I think she's like it's like a focus and intensity is of that degree. I don't think she's like, you know, I almost feel that if you're in sitting in a room, okay, room lo కూర్చుంటే feel the room kind of will get intimidated with just the sheer intensity.
Did you ever find Ayn Rand beautiful? అంటే చూడడానికి అందగత్తెలా కనిపించింది ఎప్పుడైనా? లేదు, because you speak so much of, I mean, of course you never said.
I don't see, I saw even the pictures as a teenager and young woman. Maybe it's not my type, and and it's not as if she looked very special either as a young woman, not about just the beauty or even in her intensity, but I find her, the only way I can imagine, I saw an interview when she was 80 years old in an American channel, TV channel. I can see her eyes are burning with intelligence, almost that phrase, I don't know if I can use it for anybody else. Her eyes are just sizzling and almost a glow vastha untundi.
I just wonder,
ante that the piercing thing, I can see that in her body language. Even back session shot on the TV lo, just her posture, you feel the power of her thinking. Just you can see that in her.
Forgive me, but conventionally we have been taught or told that it's not a female quality to think so much. Not that females can't be great thinkers, they are very capable of being much greater thinkers. But a state of receptivity lo, state of being lo undadam is feminine.
That's exactly what I meant when I said first it surprised me that a woman can be in that kind of space. I can understand a woman being a fiction writer, like a romantic writer, like Milton Bourne. Harry Potter, I can still understand. Such heavy duty philosophy of objectivism, which is challenging every existing political theories and social theories to come from a woman who has no background at all in that. Not that her father was in that kind of a thing or her family was in that, nothing, absolutely. She's just a person walking on the road.
For more updates, like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Hey darlings, గంటని click చేయడం మర్చిపోకండి.